In CI News this week, the EU has threatened the government with legal action if it fails to introduce further restrictions on free speech. A gambling giant showers its biggest losers with VIP treatment at a premium sporting event, and the Governor of Nevada derails assisted suicide proposals. Hello and welcome to CI News on the 6th of June. I'm Joanna Tim. The European Commission has threatened the government with legal action if it does not introduce further restrictions on free speech. Ministers have until July to comply with EU laws on hate speech, which are more extensive and wide-reaching than Ireland's current rules, or risk being referred to the EU's Courts of Justice. MEP Michael McNamara urged the Commission to revisit the approach that they're taking to hate speech laws.
The aim of hate speech laws is, of course, to suppress division in society and to create social harmony. However, there's absolutely no evidence that they work. In fact, the effect of hate speech laws is exactly to the contrary. People resent the fact that they're threatened with prosecution for expressing their views.
Andrew Tessenborn, a professor of commercial law, called the situation a direct assault on Irish democracy, noting Brussels is telling an elected Irish government to pass a law that its parliament has already rejected. The professor warned that Ireland, acting on the Commission's demands, would impose draconian restrictions on the right of its people to speak their minds. Gambling giant Boyle Sports has been accused of rewarding problem gamblers to entice them to continue gambling. The Irish News reported that the betting firm identified gamblers who had lost hundreds of thousands of euros and circulated these among the company's senior staff. The biggest losers were then invited to watch the GAA All-Ireland finals from a private box. It comes as the Gambling Regulatory Authority of Ireland announced plans to crack down on gambling ads for children, following results from an international study. The European School Survey Project on Alcohol and Other Drugs found Ireland is above the European average for child gambling, with almost a third of 15 to 16-year-olds having gambled in the past year. The gambling watchdog said it would impose the heaviest penalties in Europe for companies that promote betting to children and ban gambling sponsorships at events aimed at young people. MPs in London have spoken in defence of the unborn and the welfare of expectant mothers. During a Westminster Hall debate triggered by a petition demanding that abortion be decriminalised, it was pointed out that such a move risks a significant rise in the number of unborn children being aborted and would endanger women's health.
If these proposals go ahead and de facto it becomes possible to have an abortion at home up to birth, this could endanger women's health.
One baby is lost to abortion every 2.5 minutes. 26 lives every hour, and this debate will last 3 hours.
It will harm more than helping, and those who suffer will be women who endanger their own safety and will, as well of course as the unborn children, which are equally important.
Individual autonomy, and we see the same with the debate about the end of life, by the way. Individual autonomy trumps all else. That personal interest, dressed up as rights, are more important than the obligations to others, to society, and the duties to the country, and those greater duties to God.
Reform Party leader Nigel Farage, despite not being against abortion in principle, has called for the abortion limit to be reduced to match viability. He described it as utterly ludicrous that it is allowed at 24 weeks in Britain, given that babies born earlier are now surviving with increasing regularity. And finally, the governor of the US state of Nevada has derailed an assisted suicide bill, stating, "I will not sign it. It is the 6th time this bill has been put forward in Nevada." The bill's sponsor, Joe Dahlia, pulled the proposals following Governor Lombardo's statement, but committed to bringing it forward again at a later date. Governor Lombardo said an assisted suicide bill is unnecessary because of expansions in palliative care services and continued improvements in advanced pain management. To explore these stories and much more, visit our website the.ci and be sure to subscribe and follow us across our social media channels. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed weekend.